2013 Ford Flex, and today we're going to be doing the front brake pads and rotors. Let's get to it. Alright, first step to get to the front brakes, we're obviously going to need to remove our wheel. Mine are aftermarket and they have aftermarket lug nuts, so obviously I won't be able to tell you what yours needs. Rotate our wheel so we have better access to the caliper. And these things are big. What are these, 17s? Yep, 17s. Good Lord, those should not be on that tight. Remove our old hardware. And we're going to check our guide pins. Make sure they're nice and well lubricated. Go ahead and make sure you can give them a spin a couple times. Make sure they stay nice and lubricated. Next, we're going to go ahead and remove our caliper mounting bracket, held on with two 18mm bolts. Get myself an extension. All right, and to remove our rotors, we're going to need to remove these little bolts in here. They are T14 bolts, and I'm going to be utilizing our slap screwdriver. And this is a little tool you can pick up for like 10 or 15 bucks. And what you do is you grab it, you rotate in the loosen position, and then you slap it with a hammer. Thank you. You can try to just get this off with a wrench, but a lot of the times these will break off, and then you have a whole battle of drilling these out or doing other crazy methods to get the rotor off. So I say, save yourself the headache and just get you the right tool for the job. All right, next step on our front brakes, we're gonna go ahead and compress the caliper. Now for compressing the caliper, what I usually do, I get myself an old brake pad and my trusty C-clip. And yes, I know that they make tools to compress the pistons. Those typically last me about 6 months before they break. This C-clamp I've had for about 10 years, and I haven't found a job yet that it can't do. So I'm just gonna keep doing what works. Now this is a dual piston caliper, so you can see this side's gonna go down faster than that side. That's okay. Just keep applying pressure. You know, obviously if you feel something really hard fighting back, you know, step and figure out what's going on. But as you can see, as the pressure is applied, it eventually evens itself out. you're going to need to line up that hole for where the screw goes. And this screw doesn't need to be like forced down or torqued down, just put it down good and tight. Because if you have to take that thing off again and you've got it pressed down hard, it's probably going to break and you're going to be cursing the world. And next, we'll get our caliper mounting brackets. Go ahead and install our new hardware, like so. Get yourself some brake parts lube, and we're going to put just a dab right here on this piece. That's where your brake pad is going to be sliding. You want to make sure that there's just a little bit of lubrication, but not enough to get onto the rotor. That'll cause a lot of issues. Next, get yourself a can of brake clean and spray off that new rotor. Both sides. When these motors are manufactured, they cover them in oil so that they don't rust while they're sitting in their boxes, which is good for the rotor, but it's not good for our brake pads, which will actually absorb that oil when the brake pads touch them, and it'll actually take life out of your brake pad. They won't last as long. So you want to make sure that those are nice and clean, and if you don't, you're gonna have a bunch of smoke. So just make sure you take a little bit of time to do that. Go ahead and start our bolts for our caliper mounting bracket. This next part is very important. We need to insert our retaining springs. If you look right here on the brake pads, right there you can see that little hole. It's like a little dimple. And we need to put just like this. Just slide that one down and it'll sit right up there like that. And when the caliper is on there, it'll hold these together. Put one at the top and one down at the bottom. All right, and the fun part, while squeezing all this together, grab your caliper and swing it over. Stupid. Anyway. Put these down. And you're good to go. And if you're looking at your rotor like I am, I mean, obviously I know I went with a slotted and drilled rotor and some better brake pads, but other than that, if you're at this spot, you just change your own brake pads and rotors on your Ford Flex. I knew you could do it. I didn't doubt it for a second. If you'd like to see more videos on this Ford Flex, because this is actually one of my personal vehicles, and so I've done a lot of work on it, go ahead and check out this video right here. I made that one just for you. If this video helped you out, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you all next time.